Okay guys, welcome back here once again, and we're here now ready for the second match. Of course, we have Absolute up against Team Carnals, guys, and the ninth round has actually already been played, and we're actually both Absolute won both ninth rounds, so they have opted to go for port, and they will decide to be taking the global risk side here, guys. So let's see what happens in this one. Our map pool will be today Black Widow, Port, and I believe Subbase it was. Let me just quickly recheck that for you guys just to make sure. And well, actually it doesn't say here, but anyway, we will be jumping into the game here, guys, on the map Port, and obviously Absolute taking the blacklist side of things, guys. So let's go ahead and get it started. Let's see what happens here. And there we go. So let's see what happens. Nades already being thrown here. Obviously we do have Chills with the OP Jin playing on this A top. Cove in the meantime towards this B along with Bulls, along with Bango, and Bulls is actually there as well, and leaving Jin all alone to really solo this A here with an with an AK, my bad. On the opposite side though, we do see Tasty already pushed up towards this B. In the meantime though, we do have Nicer with an AWP in his hand, sniping towards that mid. Avarot in the meantime towards that A. SMR in the BC. Dice though is actually in the B box room, taking a bit of damage there, about to go ahead and throw a nade. Bolzo still holding his ground. 74 HP left on Bulls actually, and he's actually going to go ahead and just fall back towards the other headshot angle. In the meantime, the Kova still watching the mid push actually. Kova is going to go ahead and smoke that one out instead. Chills has opted to rotate towards that A bomb site, probably thinking it's going to be a fake Dice.
CTs are a lot more aggressive than I believed they would be. Like, they are trying to shut down these attempts by the Ts pretty early on, so they are not really allowing them to win any inch of the map. I really like it about Absolute Gaming.
Yeah, Dice though actually left on 12 HP, does have the bomb as well, so he needs to be really careful in this one. Nicer looking for this pick in mid. That Chills actually misses the shot as well, and so both players will actually both survive. Chills though is going to go ahead and flash out and going to trade positions there with Jin. Chills now actually going to be sniping the A. Jin rotated towards the mid area. Nicer has been spotted. Wait, did he? Okay,
I'm not sure, but anyway, Bango is now trying to make this move, and yes, he does. Drops himself the first, who's gonna be Tasty, and looks for a connection, but decides to back away in the end. And well, now sitting pretty still with almost 100 health, or in fact he is, he's over 100.
Ooh, Chills, they're gonna get picked up, unfortunately, by Nicer, but it doesn't matter though. Jin will actually go ahead and trade that frag up there. Jin though finds a second there through the flash, and now Jin looking for another one. He spots Dice as well, gets the multi-kill, and Bulls will actually go ahead and pick off Averard as well. Beautiful executed first round there from Team Absolute. I really like the idea that they decided to switch Chills and Jin, as Jin rotated off towards mid, and then Chills picked off, went to A. Didn't manage to get a pick though, but it sort of actually did help out. But I think we're possibly seeing a B push here. I'm not quite sure, but already players have been dropped.
Shutting this down.
Yeah, players have already been dropped there, and looks like Bango, Kova, Bulls already out of the question. It's all up to Jin and Chills now. Chills still sniping towards this A here. I mean, bomb has not been spotted at this point, so Chills actually in a very good position at this point, in my opinion. Is going to go ahead and nade out that AC, possibly giving himself away, but smoke is
Look at Chills, he almost acts up like he was like a rifler. He's trying to put the aggression on towards that A long side.
Indeed he is, and I mean...
no, not quite.
Well,
probably got this report.
Yeah, probably. But Avarot though has been spotted. Chills though misses the shot, but SMR is going to go ahead and push up instead though. Jin though is actually in a beautiful position if they head off towards B, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. They're actually going to head off towards A instead. Jin though does spot the bomb carrier, picks him up, left in 30 HP now. 1 minute 18 seconds left on the clock here for Jin. He could actually do this. Is going to go ahead and flash himself out though. SMR takes that bit of damage there, but Jin now actually going to rotate towards the bridge area, has the pistol in hand here, is going to go ahead and bunny up towards the box there, but SMR will actually go ahead and pick him up there. So very nice try coming out of Jin there, but already early on though things have been tied up 1-1.
Anyway, it was a quite sloppy round by ATE, I believe, because they looked pretty strong early on, because they could potentially stop this B push, and then I think they a little bit miscommunicated that. And as we speak, they are going to be trying to execute another B push, and Everard drops himself too. Dice will be on the assist, drops himself both, and now this C4 is going down. 4 men left alive on the side of Carnals, as they now will be facing against the overpowered Jin and Chills. These guys have a history together in a number of teams, and let's see how they will be communicating now.
Yeah, let's see, Jindo will pick off the first one there, but Chills now finds himself an AK, picks off one of his own before SMR trades him up. So 2 picks to 5 there for team. What's the name? Carnals.
Yeah.
There we go. Almost lost it there, but there we go. Carnals will go ahead and take that round as well. So 2-1 now on the scoreboard. Remember, guys, this is a best out of 3, of course. So we may be here for quite a while, but let's hope this one actually finishes off quick, so we can jump into the next 2 games that we have left to do. But anyway, though, Dice, for those of you who don't know Dice is actually CN. CN formerly played in Flipside along with Easter and Blame and Mason. No, actually not with Mason. Mason was actually the replacement for CN. My bad, guys. But yeah, CN, of course, aka Dice, does have a bit of history behind him. And
oh, Chills.
Chills, though.
Let's pop some AWP shots.
Yeah, we'll find the first pick there on to Tasty. Nicer looking to actually trade that one up there, but obviously Chills is smart, won't actually go ahead and repeat, but he's doing exactly what I just said not to, and SMR will go ahead and pick him up there. So
a little bit overplayed.
Yeah, a little bit
my
bit too confident. Yeah, a bit too confident in my opinion.
But anyway, they are trying to be very aggressive early on.
Yeah.
First round went to their favor, and second one they lost. And the third one, I think T's got 2 runs back to back, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Bernardo Dice. Ooh, Bango picking off Dice. Like Bango now about to fall back, gonna get rushed by SMR. SMR will go ahead and pick him up. Bubbles is there as well. He trades up. SMR picks off the double. Kova and Jin are lost to probably the strongest aimers in this team. Are lost 2 left alive. Remember, guys, Kova hasn't been back long. He's only been back for like roughly 3 weeks, maybe 2 weeks here. So let's see what Kova can do. Hopefully he's still got the aim of the wrist as we formerly knew him as. Jindo is about to push up as well. Kova's making his way as well. Kova just gonna go ahead and spray a couple of bullets there into that little box there, but doesn't manage to do anything though. Jindo fake diffuses perfectly played there from Absolute. Perfect fake diffuse coming out of Jin. Kova finds one, Jin finds one as well, and there we go. Bish bash bosh. Tied up 2-2.
Well, even though they got lucky in this one, I believe this was quite dangerous, spraying through the wooden windows, because potentially, if they are running out of bullets, then the T's could have popped up and, you know, just catch them by surprise.
Yeah, catch them off guard, yeah. But we do see a B push now coming out of, well, a half B push coming out of Team Carnals here. Jindo will find the first one. Tasty trades up. Nicer finds a pick onto Bango. Now this is slowly falling apart for Absolute. 4-3 situation here right now in favor of Team Carnals, and Chills though is actually sniping to say here in a very awkward angle in my opinion, but Jindo posted in the BC area looking to find a pick, actually watching the bridge though, but Nicer will actually pick him up instead, and now Kova is actually gonna go ahead and rotate towards B here. Chills in the meantime though still has the open hand, could actually find an AK, but Kova very up close finds the first one and nearly got the second as well. The Chills now
did get 2 actually.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
For the third.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Okay, no
yeah,
problem.
looking for the third there, and Chills will actually gonna get gunned down there from Nizer instead. So
yeah, well, that was quite brave.
Yeah,
by Kova to say the least, because he was completely revealed from right the front
full
around
spot,
his back, like he was just standing there, you know. Come at me, bro.
Yeah, don't care.
Don't care.
Yeah, but once again though, headed off towards B. It looks to be from Team Carnals here. Bangano actually probably a bit annoyed here, but Kova though does find the first pick. Bulls will get traded up here. Bango has the SG, finds the first pick there, and this is what Bango's known for his SG plays. And Kova now actually rotating in as well. Dice though does actually drop him. Bango now needs to hold this one as well. Jin though, oh! Jin finds the pick as well out to SMR, and Bango should actually finish this one up here onto Niza. Switches towards the Deagle, but Niza actually picks him up here. Niza still left alive. How is he still left alive? Left on 6 HP trying to finish off Jin.
Gets shut down. So unlucky.
But Jin will pick him up there. Now things are just going back and forth.
Well,
here.
Nicer absolutely on his A game, playing this automatism out of his wrist, as you would call it. So, well, I believe this was a massive rob by Nicer, but anyway, he just got unlucky that he was, squeezed in between the two players, and in the end he fell victim to, I believe it was, Bulls? Am I mistaken?
No, Bulls got picked off.
He got picked off before, well,
Cobra.
anyways. Now they try to be more passive.
Yeah,
so
well,
they switched things up.
technically they should do. Yeah, they should be more passive at this point. But I mean, the aggression has worked for him, in my opinion. So, and like a statement, or should I say, a rule I always abide by is: if aggression works, continually do it up until like things are starting to go bad.
Well, if you are playing against an unexperienced team, I would probably also opt for this decision. But if you're playing against an experienced team, which is probably like Carnals is one, I would probably switch things
Ooh,
up.
Kova just gonna get annihilated there, but Bolzo does find a 2k before Dice actually does go ahead and trade him up here. Now Bango is actually in a half-decent position, in my opinion. I mean, if Team Carnals do head to B site, I mean, they do have Bango to worry about. And look already, I mean, Carnals are actually smart. They have realized that, Bango plays towards B. Where is he? We don't see him right now, but it looks like Nisa has no option other than to head towards B. But other than, I mean, he will have Jin to deal with, as he needs to pick up that bomb. Chills in the meantime though is gonna get what a shot there from Chills. Beautiful quick scope in the head as well, and perfectly done there from Chills. And that's things are now, maybe this could possibly be the lead for Team Absolute here. Things are now 43 on the scoreboard, obviously. And now finally Absolute are in the lead here. But loads of flashes and smokes are being thrown in this middle area actually. Niza making his way up as well. Tasty's already there though, but Bulls has actually read it. Kova now actually playing as well, but SMR picks him up as well. Avrot's gonna pick off Bango as well. It's all up to Jin and Chills once again. I think this is the third time now, probably the second. And Niza though playing up close here. Chills switches towards the Deagle, doesn't want to go for close range opening here. A 1-on-4 situation for Chills here. Flash goes in as well. Chills just completely blind, still playing off behind this wall. 30 seconds left on the clock. He knows where Nizer is, but Dice is close as well. But Nizer picks him up, beautifully played by him.
All tied up 4-4.
Yeah, 4-4 tied up now. One more round will decide our first half, guys. And I'm surprised this is going so much quicker.
Yeah,
this is
a lot more quicker.
It feels like
considering
10 minutes.
the side of the map.
Yeah, it's been like 10 minutes and we're already nearly done the first half.
Yeah,
but
they're probably just a lot, messed up with us taking it 2.5 hours. That's why they probably want to end it up quicker.
Yeah, but Niza though will actually go ahead and pick off Chills. As Chills actually jumped up from the tower, and Niza will get that kill. But Jin though picks off Dice. Beautiful shot coming out of Jin. Jin though making a couple of more players pretty low as well. Kova gonna get picked up from SMR. Jin's gonna drop down, picks up Niza, switches towards the Digger, and Bulls will actually finish things up there. And there we have it, guys. First half. Yeah, there we have it. First half 5-4 in favor of Team Absolute, guys. And that was so much more quicker.
Why would you stretch the clock? I mean, honestly, if this also works much faster. Like, we have the same scoreline as we've witnessed in the first match, in the first half.
Yeah.
No, basically the same, just way
like
quicker.
The difference here is this half took 10 minutes or 15 minutes.
It really came down to aiming in the end. Don't you believe? Like, they were tactical, but in a way they just tried to out-aim each other.
It's funny though, because like, even though aiming was applied, I think it comes more down to the terrorist side actually pushed. If you understand what I mean.
Yeah,
like, compared to the previous game, they were so passive, we hardly saw any pushes. So, but anyway, guys, we can argue about that later, as we're gonna jump in now to the second half now, as we will be seeing Absolute now playing on the terrorist side here, of course. 5-4, guys, remember. And let's see what Absolute can make do here. Chills once again with the AWP out. Bango playing on the bridge area, actually watching the AC push, or should I say the late AC push, well, the over-aggressive AC push is the term I was looking for there. But Bulls and Jin, Bulls actually in the mid there along with Chills and Bango, and in the meantime we do have Jin, and I believe that's, yeah, just Jin actually watching the A-long on Kova to watch that B-long area. So let's see what they do. Fairly stacked towards this mid right now, but let's take a look at the opposite side. We have Tasty on the B side. Avro actually got boosted into the AC here along with Dice, and Bango probably about to peek that very shortly. And we have SMR on the B side as well. Bango though has been spotted, will take a bit of damage. Bulls is about to peek as well. They need a flash in as well. Beautiful flash. Avro's gonna get picked off left from Bango. Dice will actually trade up instead though. But Dice, let's see what he does here. About to aggress onto Bulls. Bulls is literally right under him. Bulls will go ahead and pick him up here. Poorly played there from Dice. Nicer though. Trades up onto Jin. Nicer though. Still sniping onto the bridge. Chills. Oh lord. Oh! Oh! Chills. The huge quick smokes coming out of Chills there. Damn.
I remember him beasting with that M700.
You know
he's just as good with his AWP.
You know what's funny? Do you remember the player Tasty Limes? The no cheater with the M700?
Well, I'm not quite sure whether he was cheating, but I know that there was a guy.
Have you seen the infamous M700 clip of Tasty Limes? In Egypt? I'm not quite sure if you've seen it.
No.
But I wrote in the chat, Tasty, I'm expecting a 5k M700, and Chills just responded, no problem, I will.
Okay.
Even though it wasn't addressed to him, so obviously Chills, you know.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw that before. Yeah, I know what you were referring to.
Yeah. So, but anyway, though, Chills making huge plays, but it doesn't matter. The Kova's on the work now as he picks up 3 players, looking for a 4th as well. Kova gets the 4k. Oh, the 5k for Kova. Oh.
And that comes out of a guy that was basically absent for about how many months? 6?
A year, I think.
A year or more? All right.
Kova the wrist.
Like
bring in the name. The legend.
Like, you know,
is
if Kova is playing up his A game, then he's like
unstoppable.
He's like light years away from all the rest.
Yeah.
And if he's just about average, he's still like 10 times better than the best player in AU.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous.
It is ridiculous. I mean, Kova the wrist, living up to the legend, but Dice still picks off the first one, but it doesn't matter though. Chills finds 2. Chills looking for a second one, doesn't quite find it. Avrot trades up though, but ooh, that was quite quick actually. Nizer and SMR very fast on the rotates actually. And that's going to put things down 2-1 here on the scoreboard. But still in the lead though, we do see is Team Absolute here. So 7-5 here on the scoreboard, guys.
And I believe that slowly
but surely.
Yeah, slowly but surely somebody's losing his composure.
Yeah.
And after that 5k clutch, I'm not quite sure.
I just don't like. He makes it look so simple.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like that's the worrying thing about Kova. He makes things look so simple, and then when you try in game, you just get
yeah, you get pissed
annihilated.
off pretty fast.
Yeah, you just get annihilated, and like you just think, how the hell does he do it? But then like it all comes down to the amount of experience this man has.
You know, I remember back how the Russians trained, and he used to play with the Russians in a number of teams as well, especially as an unknown back in 2010, maybe 2009, like 2009 to 2010, and they used to train on publics. Like they said to themselves, at least 2,000 frags a day, just to get this mechanicals work.
That's halfly as worse as the Chinese teams, because
I think Chinese drop even like 10,000k.
I remember there was like a rule in QCS where you had to get 1,000 headshots a day, and that's including your sniper.
Sick. It's so sick how people just train their mechanical skills.
Indeed it is.
And
but
you know what? Kova is actually a person. I've spoken to him a lot because, you know, back then I used to play a couple of teams with him as well as Ankh. And he said that basically CF is his first person shooter game. Like his very first FPS game that he ever played. So this is his starting title. It's quite sick because a lot of people played CS before and all that. And yet he is so sick. How is that even possible?
Indeed it is, but a push is commencing on this Ace here. Avrot needs to hold this. He hears the footsteps. He has a teammate alongside him as well, which is Dice. Dice though needs to hurry up as well. Avrot though will get picked off. It's all up to Dice to really hold this bomb plant. It doesn't look like Dice is making much of a move right now. He's literally right under him. He needs to make the play. 19 seconds. Can he do this? Picks off the first one. Still has the AK in hand. Switches. Gets the second as well. Switching towards the Deagle. Bulls needs to hold. But Bulls will get picked off from Tasty there. And that's going to be another round now on the scoreboard here for team.
2-2 tied up.
Yeah, 2-2 tied up. But overall 7-6, I believe, for still in favor of Team Absolute, actually.
Yes. It's still becoming a close one. I wouldn't even believe.
Yeah, remember though, you did say we could see upsets.
Yeah, we don't see an upset now. The second map is gonna be Black Widow, right? So
we'll have to confirm that with the team.
Yeah, okay.
But most likely we will be seeing Black Widow, yeah. Presumably I do think that sub-base probably will be a decider, but we never know. I mean, Black Widow being so overly played, of course, then most likely we will be seeing that.
You know,
second
this
map.
is so equal that we're really looking to the second map.
Yeah, yeah. Chills though finds the pick there with the sniper. Avrot pretty low HP. He needs to fall back, and looks like he will do exactly that, falling back to CT. Dice in the meantime though is in CT as well, watching the candy area. SMR playing on towards the B bomb side here. Nicer sniping the A side. Kova has an AWP out as well, and now honestly Kova really surprised me with this AWP. He sniped against Publicla. They 10-0'd them, and he top fragged with 13 kills. And now I thought Kova was like an aimbot with an AK, but man, this guy can snipe.
I never actually witnessed him snipe, but
honestly, you are missing a treat if you have not seen this gentleman snipe.
okay.
But let's see what happens though as they're about to push onto this B bomb side. Dice is actually taking lots of damage, but he picks off one there. Jindo will actually trade him up. SMR in this corner there will get picked off from Bulls, as the SMR did pick off Jin actually. Smoke needs to go down from Bulls there. That bomb needs to get planted very soon. The Chills needs to pick it up. 57 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time for this one. Niza is taking lots of damage there as well. Avrot left on 17 HP. Niza left on 15. Niza actually going to go ahead and switch towards an AK here. So smart idea, of course, from Niza. We do see Kova here playing off towards this little stairs area. Kova going to go ahead and snipe there. Oh, Chills picks him up with the sniper there. It's all up to Niza. Yeah, all up to Niza here.
Down he goes, first shot, headshot. Absolutely thunderstruck. Well, if you're looking for an appropriate B rush in the manual of Crossfire, that's probably one.
Yeah.
Because like they really took it quickly. They didn't really loaf around that little bunker. Just out smoked, out flashed, and went out. Boom, 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 boom. Couple of headshots. That's it.
Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, that's about it, man.
Yeah, but I mean, exactly how you said. I mean, aimers in this team, dude, Jesus Christ. But
can you imagine they have taken aboard also Reezy?
The man that's not a human. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, can you imagine?
Yeah.
It's so sick.
But who would they replace though out of all these 5 players? I mean, like, it'd be one of the most toughest decisions to make, right?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can't possibly think of anyone to replace in that team. That's the thing.
No, not really. I really love, like, I'm not quite sure whether the chemistry is so great between these guys, but referring to the past, they used to play in a number of teams, such as a few of them played in Team Germany. They also played big tournaments like the WCG.
Ooh, we got a DC. We've got a DC from Bango, I think that was.
Well, they also played in Seals Gaming back in 2013, and I think onwards from 2012 to 2013, as well as they also played in Hounds for quite some time. Maybe not in the same constellation, but some sort of well, every now and then they joined well, how do I say, mutual teams.
Yeah. But anyway, though, we do see a push coming up towards this B bomb site. Kova picked off one before getting traded up towards that A. Bozo does retaliate with that deagle. It's currently a 3-on-2 situation. Boz has a nade. He has a flash as well. He needs to utilize that flash actually, but it looks like he is going to go ahead and fall back along with Chills here. So let's actually take a look at the scoreboard. I mean, Chills currently 6-2, and Jin in the meantime is actually 1-5. But top fragging is of course Kova 8-3 on the scoreboard here, guys, and obviously Dice top fragging his team with a respectable 6-4. But Absolute trying to throw a half fake here. I mean, 24 seconds left on the clock here. Let's see what they can do. And it doesn't look like the opposing side is actually falling for this fake here. Chills finds a pick with the Deagle. Niza finds both of them, and that's going to end things there. 3-3, guys, ladies and gentlemen, tied up. And we actually are going to go into a tactical break. Sorry, not a tactical break, but a quick break here, guys, as Bango of course did DC, so, or probably had an error of some sort. So let's see what happens. Tied up 3-3, guys.
Well, what shall we refer to first? The crazy Kova kills, that 5k clutch, that 1v3 Nissa, or will we rather go for that sick kill by Chills in middle, where he came around that well, that little way that provides from A back to the city base, where he just came out of nothing and popped that shot. Like,
I don't know. I think like
it was sickening. You know, you just stand around there and he comes around the corner.
Are you on that vibe as well now? The sickening vibe.
The sickening.
The sickening vibe.
What is it? Talk me through.
Honestly, you need Famous to explain it to you. Famous from Carbon, that is.
Famous Fox.
No, X Famous.
X Famous X.
Yeah. You'll need him to explain it to you. My
What is it?
explanation won't be the best compared to his, considering him and Andre sort of came up with this idea of sickening a place.
I've never heard of that because recently I haven't watched so many CF streams, to be
Yeah.
quite honest with you.
Yeah.
I was busy like
Studying.
frying bigger fishes, like let's say
I had
studying
bigger
work.
I had bigger fish to fry.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, obviously, yeah. Well, AUCF is still a quite big fish, but it's not as big as a whale fish. And speaking of whale fishes, bulls also came out huge.
he doesn't like us already, and you're making things worse. You're making things worse, and you're.
I already like the reply from the chat. And guys, make sure to tweet at us at Twitter via Friday with 3 Ys, 1188, as well as speakers with a Z and an underscore.
Yep, and also don't forget to tweet at us at twitter.com/WCA Europe, and I think if we get time, we will go ahead and check out the tweets there after the game to see what people are saying, and also make sure you use that special hashtag WCA 2015, guys. But we are actually just waiting on Chills here and Bango. I believe Bango dropped. I'm not quite sure for what reason, guys, but they should be back very shortly. So looks like Dice has just dropped as well. But yeah, let's. I mean, out of all the plays, I mean, considering a couple of players have dropped, let's talk about all the plays in this one. So let's start off with Kova's nuttiest 5K. Makes it look like it's.
I couldn't even look as fast as he did it. To be quite honest, I couldn't catch up with this.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you said, "Oh, 5K," and I was like, "Wow, okay."
It just happened like in a blink of an eye, basically. Yeah. I mean, the thing is, like, obviously I saw it all, like, well, most of it anyway, and like he just click, gets magical headshots, makes it look like it's a TD. Like he's almost like Shocks from Titan, almost.
I would even settle for like Forest. Maybe should we draw a comparison between him and Forest, like a legendary player?
Or should we compare it to Scream, like the nutty aim?
Well, you know, there are star players in the team, and there are the less favorable players in the team.
You actually dropped out quickly.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you. On spectator mode.
Yep, there we go. Sorry about that, guys. But yeah, I mean,
I think Absolute is a perfect team for drawing this connection, because you know they have the star players and the less favorable players, and in the end, below the line, everybody is a star in a way.
Yeah,
and everybody has his own function. Jin is the in-game leader. He's a guy with a lot of experience, obviously, because he used to play a lot of international tournaments as well as the WCG 2012, the qualifier, where he couldn't manage coming aboard because he was too young. Then 2013 obviously was his first year where he qualified and flew. And
he also went to
CFS.
No? WCA last year.
WCA, yeah.
Yeah. What happened was on Knights, the French team, which consisted of Pietro, Momo, Downer, Crash, and Jinga.
They were playing exhibition matches anyway.
What?
Yeah, I believe WCA only took aboard a French team, and they played exhibition matches. There was an invite-only thing for the Europeans, and this year onwards,
what happened was
will be competitive.
What happened was on Knights were obviously meant to fly. And apparently, you know, a couple of things happened, you know, within the team. Like, obviously, I can't mention them.
Well, we shouldn't anyway.
Yeah, we shouldn't anyway. But overall, what happened was 3 players dropped from Unnights, which was Crash, Jinga, and Momo. No, sorry, Crash, Jinga, and Downer. And obviously, Momo and Pietro still wanted to fly. So they decided to take Jin, Bango, and Frax. Now,
I would also settle for that because you know these are guys with international experience, and you can probably make out they will be flying. They will not like drop you or something. Like, they will not ditch you because it is an international trip and everything is paid in for. And we are now trying to figure out whether Bango, no, not Bango, who dropped out. I think it was, who is it? It's Kova.
They're all back. Speaking of the devil, they're all back. Yeah. And some people may not like me for this, but I want to give a shout out to Fierce.
Who is that?
Fierce, aka Osama. Maybe you don't know him, but I actually haven't seen his face in a long time. So shout out to Fierce. There you go. Shout out to Fierce, I guess,
Well,
basically.
then I'm going to shout out to Sonic because
Go
he
for
used to
it,
play
go for
with
it.
My Revenge, and I just
The My Revenge days.
I just picked out a random name because I see so many of them, like you know. And basically everybody, if you feel like tweeting at us and letting us know whether you like the little criticism we have for, let's say, certain players, then just go ahead.
Maybe you should do what you did before, which is during our practice run. I like turtles.
I don't like turtles. Why should I say that?
That was actually pretty funny when we did that with the practice run. But anyway, though, we're gonna go ahead and switch it over. I believe we're back into the game now. So let's quickly refer. The score is 8-7. Friday. 8-7?
I don't know.
Yeah, 8-7. I have listed here. So
no,
it was
not quite.
It was 3-3, and then they took the break.
You're the boss.
So let's go with 8-7.
Yeah.
If I'm wrong, you can roast me. It's my call on this one. So let's see what happens. Chills.
I clean my hands.
Your hands are clean. Mine aren't.
Mm.
I mean that in a metaphorically way, by the way.
I know.
Chills, though, in the meantime, though, is gonna go ahead and get boosted up towards this A boost area. But Avrot, though, does actually have a lot of heat coming towards him. I mean, nades are coming in already, and he actually has 3 players looking towards him. Nades are going in. But look at this rotate, though. Friday, look at this rotate actually coming out of Team Carnals already. I mean, they've already rotated, what, 3 players towards this A bomb site now? 3
Well,
players
I don't
already.
really believe they are going to be seeing a push in towards that A bomb site
Nope,
from the
not
Team
now.
Absolute.
Yeah,
not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Chill's just gonna get picked up there already from Niza, and sorry. Yeah, Niza is gonna actually go ahead and pick him up there. So let's see what happens in this one. Jin now actually gonna do the Harvey jump. Spots SMR. Beautiful pick coming out of Jin. That could have actually landed the shot into CT, but I think it might have been a little bit of a spectator bug, and he probably did not see him. But smoke does go down here. Jin could possibly make the push here through the smoke. What do you reckon?
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah, safe call. Safe call.
This is just a safe call because I don't believe they will be going into the B side either. They are just trying to gather up, and they might go into the B side. I don't know. See, being really cautious, trying to make try to execute that pick. Not quite succeeding just yet, and they haven't really seen any CT yet.
Ooh, Tasty picking off Kova there, and now Bango's about to come in as well. Tasty taking lots of HP. Where is Dice? Is he peeking? Dice needs to peek on this one. He's just literally baiting out his teammate at this one. Niza, though, will pick off Jin here, and Dice just completely baiting his team, but Niza picked off another one as well with the Deagle, which was onto Bango. Bulls did get the pick as well, and now Bulls here actually left in a one-on-one situation now, is it? Yep, a one-on-one situation here for Bulls, and, well, ooh, I think the timer ran out. Yep,
really? Without the bomb plant?
Yeah, without the bomb plant. Timer just ran out there.
This is what you get out of your passivity.
Timer runs out there for Team Absolute, unfortunately, and now it's gonna be tied up 8-8.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep, tied up 8-8 here, guys. Let's see what happens. The Absolute once again going for the same setup, and Avro actually gonna go ahead. Oh, he's already left to 4 HP. Avro taking lots of damage there. Nade's gonna go off on that A top. Obviously, Avro being smart enough to fall back on that one. Presumably, I'm guessing that one of the Absolute players did call in a dink there, but doesn't matter. The Niza will go ahead and pick off Jin there. Not the best way to start off in this first in this round, I guess. And I'm just loving these rotates coming out of Team Carnals here. I mean, I've never seen, like, you know, teams rotate as fast as these guys.
Some people might call it
panic rotating.
Panic, yeah.
Yeah.
Other teams might call it smartness.
Yeah, but I mean, we can never tell, obviously.
Yeah.
I mean, unless we hear the comms. So, but I mean, I guess it's fair enough to say panic rotating as well could be the factor here. But then again, though, let's see what happens. Nade goes off towards that A long by Niza, but let's see what Chills is doing at this point. I mean, he has the bomb in hand, but he really needs to make a play. And this is what I was telling you about his movement, like on these little ledges. Take a look here. Take a look at Chills.
Yeah,
Hops.
I know. I saw it.
So Chills, though, doesn't manage to land the last hop there, but Kova did actually push out, and now he spots Tasty. Tasty was actually up towards B, up in that box room. SMR is gonna peek as well, but it doesn't look like he's fast enough. Kova picks him up, but it doesn't matter though. Dice gets the trade onto Bango instead. Kova, oh, landing the shot onto SMR, but Dice will actually go ahead and trade him up. It's now a 3-2 situation here, but 2-2 situation now as Bulls finds the pick onto Avrot, and Bulls could possibly come up behind Dice here, but he has to be careful of Niza, who's on the bridge. But it doesn't matter. Ooh, chills. Was that a 1D? I'm not quite sure.
I wasn't spectating him.
Yeah, I didn't hear the shot, but that could have been a 1D coming out of chills. But it doesn't matter. The 1-on-2 situation here for Dice. Plenty of time left on the clock. I mean, he's literally right next door to the bomb site. He has Bulls in the corner, and Bulls will guide and pick him up. And there we go, beautifully played. And that's another round now on the scoreboard here for Team Absolute. And
I believe this must have been a victory actually, or
no, one more round.
One more round.
Yep,
okay.
one more round. 9-8 here now on the scoreboard, guys. And let's see what happens. We got lots of hype there in the chat for Carnals as well. Yeah, as well as Absolute as well. So let's see what happens. Remember, guys, this is still our first map Friday.
Well, and it was like the first half was over much faster than
like
we
in
would
10
have
minutes.
expected.
Yeah, in 10 minutes.
Second one takes a little bit longer because
obviously due to a break, but it doesn't matter, guys. It doesn't matter. I mean, still though, both teams playing it out. Jin. Oh. Jin.
What do you want to say?
Sorry.
Say.
I burped again.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Okay. Well, Jin was trying to copy Chills, obviously, and he failed at doing this. And now they want to gather up together with Chills and his AWP and go ahead and see whether they could make a pick. And I think the action will be on Jin now. So he decides to move out and will face off Nisser and gets the flying headshot out of him. Gets the second one! Oh, beautiful play.
How did he land that second shot? That must have been interp or something, but that was crazy coming out of Jin, picking off both players. Gets a third as well. It's all up to Averron now, gonna get peeked out from Bulls. Jin obviously not able to peek him as well because he's gonna go ahead and plant that bomb. Averron reading this pretty well here, but Bulls just completely outsmarts him and picks him up, and that is a GG, guys, for the first half. Oh, sorry, for the first map. My bad. First map now headed over to Team Absolute.
So the closing score will be 9-8 in favor of the Team Absolute, and
10-8. Yeah.
10-8.
Yeah, 10-8. So
10-8. How is that possible?
yeah,
10-8.
Yeah,
all right.
10-8.
Yeah, I just mixed that up again.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay,
so
roast me.
No.
So 10-8
Bango
will be the
DC'd
final.
again.
Yeah, okay.
Bango DC'd again. According to Absolute, they did say that he's getting a slight bit of DDoS. He's
if anything, then DDoS.
Yeah. This is actually really unfortunate though, because last month during the Pro Qualifier, 7 was getting DDoS as well, and it was like sorry.
How much do you believe in this statement that somebody gets DDoSed?
Honestly, like when people say we're getting DDoSed, like the only time I only believe it is when they provide information through the provider. That's the only time I really honestly believe it, because I mean, like, if you're going into such a big tournament like this, I mean, obviously the servers are not DDoS free, but I mean, like, you have to take matters into your own hands, right? So, you know, obviously just before you start the game, restart your router, flush out all the DNS, all that sort of stuff. And like,
I would just play on a really private voice server, because that's the easiest way of how to obtain your IP, and then basically you're completely vulnerable.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
if you're
exactly.
not sitting on a gigabits connection.
Yeah, exactly. But Jin is saying though Bango is lagging with 1000 ping, and he did recently change his provider, so maybe it could be DDoS. We're not quite sure, but we will go ahead and wait for Bango, obviously. And remember, guys, again, make sure you tweet at us at that twitter.com/WCA Europe. And Bango actually did just say that he'll take maximum 10 minutes. So, but that is maximum, of course. So let's Friday, I think why don't we just go ahead and check out the chat in the meantime. And also we've just been told SMR is actually Farzad, if you remember Farzad.
Farzad, he is one of younger Germans that played for, I believe, sometime for My Revenge as well as .pixels, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So yeah, he used to be too young to participate in any international tournament back then. It was a few years back.
Was this a problem for like a lot of players?
Not a lot of tournaments, but for the WCG for quite some time.
How many like players were not allowed to participate? Like,
well, Jin was definitely not allowed to participate in 2011's WCG, which was the first for CrossFire.
Which other players are there?
What do you mean? Sorry.
Which of the players were like too young to participate?
I think Jin was too young to participate, as well as Frax. He was 16 back then, and I've met the guy in person when I did the national qualifier for the WCG at the venue of Gamescom. It was like a closed booth, no real spectators allowed, except for some press and media guys. And like all of a sudden, there was like a monster of a guy standing right next to me, and he poked my shoulder like this. Hey Friday, what's up? And he was like this tall, you know, like a tree, you would say. And then Napsy came on, and like all the guys and he was just a guest, he was just visiting. And he came all the way down from Lüneburg to Cologne for about 200 and maybe even more, like 350,000 350 to 400 kilometers.
Damn.
And he actually had to head back the same day in the evening, so right after the matches.
Oh wow, that sucks.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, that really does suck actually.
Yeah,
but
as well as Bango, he couldn't even pick up his prize.
Wow. That is actually quite sad, but
guys, I'm still waiting for a few more tweets to pick out the nicest and read it out.
What is Pinoy? Pinoy is actually Filipino.
Yeah.
Pinoy is like you could say like a class system, I guess. I guess it's another way of saying Filipino.
Yeah. I think even Pinoys call themselves by Pinoy.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just another way.
For example, do you remember Lord?
Lord, yeah, he is Italian based, but he is in fact from
Philippines. Yeah.
From the Philippines.
Yeah, and he himself used to say, "I'm Pinoy proud."
He was quite good too, and he was streaming as well.
Yeah,
for quite recent amount of time.
Yeah, he streamed for me and Zen as well during CFS 2014. He streamed for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was like our main streamer for both the qualifiers and
I'm
the finals.
also missing Chazin, the guy who was also streaming.
I honestly have no idea who this guy is.
He was a younger guy that was also involved into streaming, and he streamed for me quite a number of times.
The couple of streamers I do remember is obviously Vans, and you had Lord. Do you remember a guy called Rajevsky, I think his name was? A Belgian?
Rajevsky.
Yeah.
Or Rajevsky. Yeah, I remember him. He was from
Belgium.
No, I believe he was from no, not Austrian. Next to Austria. What's the place called? I can't remember.
We may be here all day, guys.
I can't remember, but I remember him. He was a cool guy too. I don't really know what you were pointing at.
Yeah, but yeah, as you mentioned, so just a little bit of you want to do some more background history?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, let's see. Like, unfortunately for me,
I'm like a CrossFire historian.
You started in 2009, right?
Yeah, I started early 2009.
I started in 2011.
January or February, yeah.
I started in 2011, but I got into the competitive scene in 2013. So I don't know like the full sector from 2009 to 2013. Like I know a couple of the teams, like Infamous Rock, you had Deluxe, you had Real Legends.
The most famous ones, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And like obviously I know a couple of the players as well.
But I'm missing on a lot of the German ones. They came up recently, like all the Mario Revenge players that came on.
Gaming.
Yeah, Terra Gaming, I can remember them as well, because like this was also my active time when I was still administrating and everything. But I don't know the younger ones, like Toasty. Like I remember the name Toasty when I was playing, but he's how much
Isn't that Mason?
Hasn't been playing? Mason?
Yeah, that's Mason.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, Toasty is Mason.
Okay. See?
Yeah, exactly. Like
I'm missing a lot
you
of
missed.
information.
Yeah, you missed so much.
A lot,
like,
yeah.
I mean, if you remember back in the days, you probably remember Blame, right?
Blame, yeah.
And
the
now
Turkish
if you look,
one.
and now if you look at him now, freaking beast.
Well, he used to be a beast for all of the time that I remember, but he was also too young to participate in a number of tournaments.
You told me.
He's like a very nice Turkish guy that is Germany based.
He lives in Frankfurt.
Yeah. Nowadays, he said he's running a company or something like that, and
he works in a hotel.
Yeah,
I believe he's like
running the reception desk or something.
Yeah,
like that,
something along those lines. Yeah, I mean, as well, if you remember Easter, I think he was too young to participate as well. I believe he's in My Revenge with Loons.
Yeah, but he did play the EMS 2012.
I think I saw that picture. Was it?
I think Easter played with Lauren in the EMS 2012 winter season, I believe it was. It was the second season.
Wait,
so they played together in a way.
When do remember a picture of I think it was Easter, Thunder, Bango, and I think it maybe of Loons as well. I think it was a WCG match they played, like, which was on LAN or something, or offline.
I was.
You
yeah, they played against.
You were around that time. I know you were around that time.
I was actually doing the tournament. I was doing the tournament as a referee as well as a streamer. I commentated it, of course I remember. And they played against the team around what was his name? He got caught by cheating. Like he would caught with champs. Do you remember him? He wasn't a very famous personality. He was rather infamous. What's his name? There was the German one.
Oh, a German player, TN2?
No. He first played in German Bobs. Hold on.
Oh, German Bobs, that clan that used to play Spop and Scarlight.
Well, hold on. There is. I can't remember his name.
Well, I'm sorry to cut you off, but
we need to
really, as much as I love to catch up on history, which I honestly do, because I mean, I would like to know most of it, but it looks like we are gonna go ahead and jump off, guys, into the second. Well, sorry,
the second half.
No, this is the knife round now.
Yeah, this is knife round for
sorry about that, guys.
BW.
I hope so. I hope we're gonna see some Black Widow. I mean, we've already seen Subbase, and even though Black Widow is really overplayed, sorry, I want to see it today at least. But Chills are getting 2 knife kills here, and Bango gets 2 as well. I think Kova picked off one of his own as well, guys. So there you go. That is the knife round over and done with. Sorry.
Burp, burp, burp.
Burp City, dude.
Well. Let's return back to remembering the name.
Do you remember that song? Fort Minor, remember the name?
Yeah, 20. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5%
he
pleasant,
knows,
50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Memories.
Yeah. Well, his name was. I might check up on my phone. Because he spammed my guestbook on ESL. and he
check
was
your guestbook then.
He was I will. He was trying to get some guys banned. Guys, please help. Yeah. Exactly. That was him.
Oh my lord.
Yeah,
we got it.
He was there on LAN. I can't really like talk too much into the private stuff, but like they would lose in high numbers, you know. So this is a team they played against back then.
When you're ready. By the way.
I'm ready. Skitten was like an infamous superstar, if you will, in the German community, because he was like, he gave himself.
Skitten was the last person I had, honestly, like, when you said of a German player, he was the last person I had in the back of my mind. And then as soon as you said he tried getting lots of people banned, I was like, instantaneously Skitten.
Yeah, but I mean, I spoke to him like maybe once or twice, and to me, he seemed like a cool guy. I don't really know why so many people hated on him, you know?
Oh, it looks like we are actually wrong. Toasty is not Mason. But anyway, guys, we're sorry for that little bit of a mix-up, but I actually was always under the impression that he was Mason, but it doesn't matter though. We see a damn hard push that was that be long.
2 kills for Kova.
Yeah, 2 kills for Kova, but 2 kills as well for the Blacklist side.
That's a 2 to 3 trade.
Yeah, 2 to 3 trade it is indeed. Chills are coming up with the AK as well, looking for this pick. Niza has been spotted, but Tasty will actually go ahead and take him out. That is all up to Jin now. 1-on-3 situation. This is a man that is no stranger to clutches, of course. Bomb has been planted there, but Dice will go ahead and pick him up. Beautiful positioning for him. And I mean, we haven't mentioned, but it's not Black Widow. It's Subbase.
It's Subbase.
Yeah. I really
will we ever see Black Widow in this one?
Indeed. I mean, as much as that map is overplayed, I want to see it. But anyway, though, let's see what happens here. Avrot taking damage already. He's already pushed up towards this B-long. Bull's still in the same position, but Bango will find the first pick here. Avrot tries trading that one up there. Chills finds a kill with the opposite. Switching towards the Deagle. It's all up to Dice and SMR. Dice coming in from the back here. He's literally behind 3 players right now. Oh, Chills picks him up there. It's all up to SMR now. 1-on-4 situation for SMR. Bomb in the hands of SMR as well. 1 minute 50 seconds left on the clock, and he's running into a stack.
Catches him completely off guard with this grenade in his hands. It was Bulls, I believe, and well, gets traded by Kova in the end.
Damn.
Oh, he got unlucky. He faced off 4 remaining players, exactly standing around that bomb area. And
Talk
yeah,
about unlucky. Chills just turned on that player. That was Dice, who came up from cage.
You
like,
believe that an AWP is actually functioning in this sub-base close
Yep, definitely.
type of cornering map?
Definitely. If we're talking about
And they're
Chills,
trying to execute a push for Chills right there.
yeah, I got it. I mean, if we're talking about Chills, like, I think Chills is one of the most consistent snipers, especially when it comes to close to medium range. That's personally
I haven't
how I
seen him
think.
play in a long time, but
Yeah.
I remember when I played with him together in a team. I think it was the one we qualified with for the EMS back then, with Loons as well as Taki. He used to play with his M700 a lot, and I didn't really like it because, you know, it's always if you fail one shot, then you're out.
Yeah.
But if you do this, you're the hero, and this is going to be a lot demotivating for your opponent. Yeah. So yeah, I think he just hold his sniping skill to perfection with this less powerful weapon.
Yeah, Skitten's best friend was obviously Thunder, but
Really? Yeah. I think they're now mocking upon Thunder.
Dice though will actually go ahead and find a pick though, but Niza finds a pick as well as Tasty is all up to cover and Bulls here, the two Croatian stars pretty much. I think these two have played together for so long, like pretty much the same time as Bango and Chin have pretty much, I think. And let's see what happens here. Bulls now coming in from the back. Cover still on this A top. Needs to find a flick of the wrist. He finds one. We have SMR in a dirty corner there actually. And Dice will actually go ahead and pick off a player as well.
Speaking of Jin and Bango, they played in the national team CrossFire in SEC 2012, I believe, as well as teams like Kleerwerk, Team Absolute, as well as Ice Knife for quite a while. Like it was in 2013 for a bit more than 2 months, I believe. And they also went for the EMS 10 as well as the winter season, which they scored around 4th place, I believe. I can't really remember. Like the 10th, they won.
Jin, sorry to cut you off there.
No, it's
but Jin, the nasty 2K, and I think we just saw on the screen Niza as well getting a pick on Cover as well. So all up to SMR and Niza now 4-on-2 situation here. And Niza just making his way up here in the Elton and holding a very discreet angle in my opinion. And let's see what Bulls is actually going to make do of this. Bulls is actually not really watching the Elton area, but Noisy hearing the fighting they're coming. But there we go, Niza. Yeah, catches him off guard. Beautifully played from Niza. And that's sort of what you want to... That's sort of what you're looking for as a sniper in my opinion. Getting the off-guard picks in my...
Well, I think there's... The only way of getting picks on this map is picking player off guards, because normally, like, if the CTs are playing it out smartly, they would try to counter rush you. If they notice, well, there is an op on the other side, you would probably settle for like a few smoke grenades, and then you go off, and then you just try to force them retreat.
Yeah.
And Nicer is now attempting to plant that C4, facing off to a man left alive. Chills accompanied by Jin, and now they realize the bomb has gone down, and Jin will try to make his way all the way around, and he will potentially stab Nisser in the back, unless he notices that.
Yeah, but Nizer though has actually spotted him, switches towards the Deagle here. Nizer just flicking back and forth here. He needs to get this pick, and he needs to reload that Deagle. This is very unfortunate for him, and Chills will go ahead and pick him up.
11 seconds on the clock for the C4 to get defused. Will he be able to do that?
Yep, plenty of time.
6, 5, okay.
Yeah.
Now, imagine you forgot to buy the C4 kit.
Oh. Oh, dude. That would be so sad if that happened. But anyway, though, tied up here, guys, 2-2. Oh, Nizer though with the first entry kill already. Looking for the second one here. Let's see if he can find it. Finds the second as well. Nizer's going huge with this whole play here.
Speaking of shutdowns from the last round.
Yeah.
This is exactly what they reacted to.
Yeah, SMR now finding a pick as well. Bulls could go huge here. He finds the first pick. Has a fresh AK literally right behind him. Switching towards the Deagle instead though. Puts a couple of bullets. Finds the kill here. Switches towards the AK again. But doesn't get the kill instead. And now it's all up to Bango. 1-on-3 situation. Can Bango do this?
Bango in a Cooper moment.
Yeah, Bango in a Cooper moment indeed. Spots Averot. But Averot will quickly finish him there.
And he's not Cooper, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. But 3-2 now actually on the scoreboard here. And
I believe yeah, I actually lost track of the rounds because I was all excited about it, and yeah, makes
3-2. This is first half.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted to know which round went to whom.
Oh, never mind. I guess it's.
We will just retain the overall score.
Yeah, yeah. Bango though will go ahead and pick up Tasty. Tasty though did trade up onto Bulls instead though, but it's a 2-on-3 situation here, not in the favor of Team Carnals right now though. SMR will go ahead and get picked off as well though. It's all up to Niza here, 1-on-3 situation. Can he do this? He doesn't have the bomb in hand this time, but he does have an AK in hand. But Chills though will go ahead and pick him up there with that up, and that's going to tie things up now 3-3.
Well, very explosive play by Chills. He went for that close range, even though he had his op. Well, I believe he's really in the zone now.
Yeah, definitely. Like, see, the difference between Chills is like, you never really. He always plays the most awkward of angles. Like, to him, it seemed perfectly normal, but like when I actually watch him play, like he has sort of weird positioning, but like it always pays off for him. And at the same time, he'll play the most obvious positions and utilize it to maximum effect.
Well, you mean like it is too stupid to get played and people wouldn't believe I would be playing this?
Yeah, yeah.
Is that
like,
okay?
like just that play with the AWP? Like, who would play that with an AWP? You see an AK there always, you know?
Well, not always. In publics maybe, and maybe he's like trying to outplay the smart teams with just like a stupid play in terms of smart teams.
Yeah, but anyway though, we do see the player is headed off towards this bottom A here. SMR will get the first pick there, but Dice though will quickly drop a Jin as well. Bango did fall as well. Chills, Kova, and Bulls the three Iceland players now left alive here. Let's see what they can make do of this. Bulls is actually in the vents. Kova is actually a top along with Chills there. Bulls seeing if he can get a pick though, but he's actually dropped out of vents here. Gonna nade that bottom as well. It doesn't look like they are gonna send towards anyone towards wood here, but it looks like Chills just got picked up. Bulls though does get a trade. Kova finds a pick as well. Kova now looking at the sub base here. Dice is gonna jump up there, picks him up. Beautiful shot that coming out of Dice. Bulls though did find two plays here. Can he do this for the quarter? Spots Dice as well. Dice, is he gonna jump back up once again? No, he isn't. He's gonna play the sub base, the missile game actually. Bomb is ticking, 4 seconds left here. Bulls cannot do this. Nicer will go ahead and pick him up there, and that's 4-3 now on the scoreboard, guys.
Well, they took a little bit too much time in order to retake that side.
Yeah,
That's
too much
actually
time.
the only mistake.
I mean, I think.
And then they try to, like, to retake it fast, and then they try to, be explosive, and then they crumbled.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's really hard to do a retake, like explosive retake, especially when you only have 5 seconds left on the clock. I mean, it's virtually
then it's basically
impossible.
too late. You can
Yeah, it's
actually
virtually
already sign
impossible.
your, you know.
Always already sign like your death certificate, pretty much.
Yeah.
But 4-3 on the scoreboard now, and now Tasty actually up in a little heat with Jin, it looks to be. But Jin obviously not deciding to peek, but may possibly do so now. He is left on 48 HP, sorry. Does spot Tasty, picks him up there.
That
but
was cocky by Jin though.
Yeah, that was cocky. But 1-for-1 trade though, nonetheless. But Avrot did actually pick him up.
Yeah,
so
but now I believe the one who's protecting from down below is outnumbered, and it's gonna be Bango. And yes, he does get dropped. So now this A side is pretty much open.
Ooh, Chills will actually get flanked there from Dice, it looks like, who came out from the vents here, and looks like this should be easy A control here for Team Carnals, of course. But currently 3v2 retake, well, 3-on-2 situation, 2-on-2 situation now for Team Absolute. Bulls that finds the pick onto Nicer. Nade goes back in, Flash goes in from Kova. Nade is going to probably come out from Kova as well. Let's see what he can do here. Kova making his way in here. It's all up to Bulls now. Bulls, oh, Dice with the dirty peeks
Stepping
there.
up.
Yeah, Dice with the dirty peeks there. Picks him up, and now it's 5-4.
I believe they added 2 rounds back to back.
Yep. See, you what's funny is, this is going exactly how it was last game.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we see Carnals pulling into a lead, which then makes me eat my words, and then suddenly Absolute coming out on top, which generally comes out in the second half, you know?
Yeah.
So, maybe that loop might happen again in this map.
Maybe they have some sort of muscle memory.
Yeah.
It's like whenever they, see, okay, this is becoming close, we need to catch up, and then they step even above it.
Yeah. But let's see what they do here. I mean, Avril, once again though, playing off towards the wood area, but he's actually gonna go ahead and rotate towards mid along with Dice there to pick up the bomb, and we may possibly be seeing a vent play here or a B push. I'm expecting a B push now, considering how the players are, gathering up. We have 4 players towards this B long. We do have Bulls literally in this corner there. He goes ahead, picks off a player there. And let's see what Bulls can do behind this B long. Still firing a couple of bullets. Switches towards the Deagle, but Avro will go ahead and pick him up. Kova in the meantime though did find a pick onto Tasty. Kova finds a second one. Can he find a third? It's still 2 players left alive here. Dice and Avro. Avro does have the bomb, but it looks like they're both going to fall back. Obviously the smart decision there. But who would you rather face? Jin?
Not Chills
Or
with his
Chills?
op.
Yeah, yeah. Let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Let me rephrase that. Who would you face, Kova or Chills?
How can I respond to that?
Exactly.
Where's the point?
Wherever they're gonna go, obviously Absolute is gonna be there nonetheless. So, but yeah, there we go. Falls into the hands of Jin this time, as Dice is gonna get picked up, and now it's all up to Avrot.
Look at Bango.
Situation.
It's a really interesting position over there.
Yeah.
At vent, and yeah, they figure out Avrot was walking all the way back around that T side, that T base, and well, yeah.
Well,
He didn't really know what to do because he faced 4 men remaining, and yeah.
Yeah, but there we have it, guys.
6.
5-4 on this scoreboard, guys. Yeah. And let's see what happens now for this second half. So 5-4 in favor of Team Carnals, obviously. But this could go either way.
Pretty much. It's just a 1 round lead.
Yep.
Well.
Sorry, I'm just.
How shall I wrap up this game? I mean, we saw a few sloppy rounds by the team. I would like to call them Ice 9 because most of the players already been to Ice 9. And so Team Absolute, they started off strong, got the first, I believe the first round. No, the first round went to Karn, then the second one went to Absolute. The consecutive one.
It was more like back to back, and then suddenly a lead started gradually building up.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
actually, this game went back and forth. I can't really call on any like outstanding team right there.
The only time we really saw a lead was a one round lead, and that's just now. So
yeah.
So I mean, it's really sort of hard to dictate as to like which team really came out on top. Obviously, the scoreboard sort of proves 5-4.
Yep.
But then again, it was really even. I mean, you can never really end the first half without tying. You know, it always has to be 1 round difference or 2 round difference. So
unless you get stomped by 5-1 or like 6-1 or whatever, or I mean consecutive.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
9-8.
Yeah. So I mean, we'll see what happens. I'm just gonna quickly type already in the chat here so we can get underway very quickly. But I mean, I've never seen Absolute. I don't know I mean, I would use the term flop, but I've never seen Absolute lose, let's say, a first half such as
this. Really gets down to the experience of these players.
Yeah,
of
I mean,
every
like,
single one, because they are.
I mean, like this team. This
playing
team,
big tournaments.
I mean, like this team with the Carnals. I mean, obviously the players have played together before, but I mean, this is like literally a recently formed team.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, on paper, again, referring to the paper, Absolute should not be losing right now.
Well, Nisser played in Mysterious Monkeys, and I believe, well, they also played with a few of the very experienced Portuguese players, obviously, and I think then they created a purely German team, and then, well, they would go for Andrew Griffins and all those more famous teams, so they also have a lot of experience behind their shoulders, you know?
Yeah, indeed they do. And it looks like Absolute already headed off towards the say here. Dice will have to hold this. Flashes going in there. Nicer is actually blind as well. Or Nicer, should I say, is actually blind as well. Tasty still towards the beat. Looks like Dice has completely rotated. Dice has pussied out. I mean, a half-hearted turn to use that, but he was on A bottom, and now he's at wood. He's just giving them the bonsai.
And look at this retake by
We're seeing a 5-man retake coming here. This is the first 5-man retake I've seen in a while. We got 2 players towards this bottom. Kova finds the first one. Nicer finds one as well. Looks like Tasty's looking for a pick as well. Tasty finds one. Nicer finds 2 with you. Chills though with the deepening plays there. Finds 2 players. It's all up to Bango here. 1-on-3 situation. Finds a 1-on-2 situation.
Magnificent play coming out of Bango. Magnificent
Bango beautifully holding that. But
The 3 Bs. Bingo, bango, boom, boom, bongo, bango.
I think that was more like 6 players.
Yeah. the famous 3 Bs.
Bingo, bango, bongo. I think is what you were looking for.
No, I added 3 more.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom, boom, bango.
Yeah, but yeah, beautifully played that from Bango, and Jin actually getting a bit of not really feeling much there as he decided to go for an AWP pick that but suffered at the hands of Nicer. In fact, Nicer they're just being really annoying for Chills at this point. He's just jumping up and down, not even allowing him to land a shot here. But
I don't believe SMR is really helpful up there because this is a very generic spot.
yeah, true.
And,
But I mean, if played properly, then it can become very effective in my opinion. But
let's wait and see.
yeah, let's wait and see. That's pretty much is you know what we're waiting right now for.
So Bango is
absolute
the scout in this one.
I presume so. I would assume so because what I have realized about Absolute and Penta is when they drop the bomb at a certain place that they will go back to, if that makes sense. So like
that
when
totally does make sense because if they lose out players, they will be able to pick up the bomb
and then attack
the
and then attack the different side of the bomb site. So let's see what they do right now. I mean, they are sending Kova already towards bottom A. He gets the first pick, gets the second as well. This is A side already opened up for them. Chilzo has the open hand. Looks like Tasty is actually going to go ahead and rotate in this one. SMR playing off towards A top as well. Niza has the open hand, picks off Kova. That beautiful shot coming out of Niza. Niza now actually looking for another pick here, possibly onto Chills. Chilzo again does have the open hand. Bozo does find the pick before SMR trades him up. Bango though comes out of the vents, picks off Niza. Is all up to SMR now coming in from a top. I believe 25 seconds left on the clock. He has plenty of time for a 1-on-2 situation, but will get naded to 40 HP. He has Chills in the corner, gonna get double peek, and Chills will go ahead and pick him up there. So 2 rounds now on the board here for Team Absolute, making things out 7-4, guys.
Yep. Do you believe 7-4? Not 6-5?
No, 7-2. Sorry. Yeah.
6-4.
Yeah, you're right.
And a couple of frags commence as we speak. So Nissa falls victim to Bango, I believe it was, removing just a little bit of HP. No, not at all. I just looked a different direction. Anyway, leaving SMR up there again, playing his generic positioning, and well, let's see what Everett can bring because he will be facing off Bulls right there in this ventilation. And Chills finds himself that frag over Everett, and right and left they fly. Dice is going to be the last man on the round as he will fall victim to Bango, and Bango makes it, I believe, 3 kills on this round for him. And there you go, adding yet another round, another back-to-back round for Absolute, which makes it a 7-5 overall scoreline.
Yep, indeed it is, and let's see what Absolute do on this time. I mean, they're sending Chills towards bottom A. He's gonna go ahead and snipe, spots Dice there, so he knows where he is and does actually just about misses the shot there as well. So will be forced to fall back there. So obviously already Chills has intel as to who is towards A down, obviously. But he obviously doesn't know that Averot there is also there alongside him, and Nizer of course in that A top. So let's see what Chills does at this point. I mean, instead they're gonna send Cover and Bullseye towards our
If
bottom
I
A.
was the team leader, to be quite honest, I would probably like request my team to be more aggressive from the CT's perspective. Now that they are 3 rounds down,
yeah,
they should probably try to, you know, switch up their situation. And well, up until now they fail at doing this. Seeing Dice playing in at his generic position down there, and well, he's not a great help over there, as well as, you know, Tasty also very generic spot. SMR now slightly switched up his positioning, and now we see this overstack coming into that wood, and they will potentially go down that A bomb site, and right and left those frags fly. I can't even keep up as fast as you, so
Averot picking off a double there, but Dice though will actually find 2 of his own as well, and I think Kova did find a pick as well, but Kova playing this very smart here, but SMR though reads it perfectly well, and we'll go ahead and pick him up there, and that's going to be 7-6 now, chaps, on the scoreboard here. So 7-6 for Team Absolute. Remember, Absolute won the first map, which was Port.
10-8.
Yeah, 10-8. Yeah, indeed, you are correct. 10-8 there. And let's see what he does on this one. I mean, Chills now sniping towards B long here, Friday, and
Yeah, so
could possibly find a pick, but I mean, SMR needs to really play this correctly. Like, this is what
I'm
I was
more
telling.
interested in Bulls, to be quite honest.
Let's take a look at what Bulls is doing. Oh, Bulls has actually posted in events this
He's
time.
gonna be putting the aggression.
Or the distraction as well.
Oh, I believe he will find the first pick over Everett.
That could actually possibly do so. I mean, there's always a risk in when you jump peak to watch an event like that. Is that like?
Yeah, we saw that Chills got boosted up by Kova up there with his AWP.
Yeah.
And I believe this is the only way of how you could protect this ventilation properly, because like this is one shot, one kill.
Indeed it is, but loads of trades coming up here. Chills and Kova both find a pick, so does Avro and Nizer as well. And Avro actually finds himself a double there, looking for Chills. Now Chills left in a 1-on-3 situation here. 1 minute 20 seconds left on the clock for Chills. He does have ample time, but he needs to get the bomb as well. And really, like 10 more seconds is practically as much as he can linger. But he does spot Tasty there, doesn't manage to finish him up though. Is gonna go ahead and nade that. I don't think he quite spotted him that walks through the smoke. So, but ooh, Tasty though. Will go
I
ahead
didn't even
and
see
pick
that
up.
coming, and I was actually looking exactly the right angle.
Very
So,
unfortunate that for Chills. So another run now on the
Makes
scoreboard.
that 7-7.
Yeah, making things. Yeah, indeed you are correct. 7-7 on the scoreboard here. Chills now. Let's see what he can do. I mean, he is sniping towards this wood area. Jin has actually already crossed, so let's see what Jin does as well. I mean, Jin hasn't even fragged?
No, maybe playing his role.
Yeah, as captain, I guess, but
Yeah,
currently is 0
as
and
easy
4.
as that.
Yeah, but let's see what Jin could actually do here. I mean, he is actually behind this wall up towards the wood actually, and maybe this is going to be a wood push here coming out of Team Absolute. Smokes are ready to go in here. Yeah, this is going to be a wood push here. Maybe we should watch the person in A top, which is Avro. Avro though does actually spot them. Avro just fully flashed there, but Tasty finds a shot through the smoke there. Daisto will get a kill there with the nade, but it looks like Absolute are actually already towards bottom A here. Kova finds the first pick. Avro though will go ahead and trade that one up, but it doesn't matter. Kova picks him off as well. Kova now still hungry for some more Carnal bullet there. Won't actually find a pick there as he's going to go ahead and plant up that bomb, but 3-on-2 situation here. Already players coming in from the back. He Chills in a little bit of trouble. He needs to do some close range open. Picks off the first one in quick scope. Gets the double tap as well with the deagle. Doesn't manage to finish up onto Avro though. Oh lord, that was a huge play coming out
And
of
the
Chills.
bomb is ticking down.
Yeah, bomb is ticking down here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Kova needs to play this smartly. He has the deagle in hand. Will need to reload eventually, but Avro picks him up there. And
still
this
plenty
is
of time to mess
this
with.
is what I was telling you about. Chills, close range sniper plus deagle. How can you win?
I don't know.
I think we may be going into a
Yep.
break here. 3-3 on the scoreboard.
Yep.
And
Makes that a
8-7.
8-7 overall for Karn at
Yep.
the present moment.
8-7 here overall for Team Carnals. And maybe this is a tactical break. I'm not quite sure, because no one has left the room right now. So okay, let's go.
A lot of silence.
Yeah. Oh wait, actually we're waiting for Kova. Okay, let's go.
The DDoS affair?
No, I think it was just probably a little tactical break. But yeah, guys, let's go ahead and switch the screens here back once again, and let's see what happens in this one. Currently 8-7, as Friday already mentioned, guys. And let's see what Absolute do this time. I mean, we do see Jin with the bomb, but he's gonna go ahead and drop that one actually instead. And let's see where he's actually headed. I think he's probably gonna be headed off towards B long, but possibly we'll check his Elton as well first. So
Now the Team Absolute are taking it way slower. Maybe caught some breath during that small little break. SMR slightly switched up his positioning. He's now in this in this deadly corner where you would normally catch up like 3 grenades. And he gets one of his own. Is looking for a connection, doesn't quite find it just yet. Sees Bulls, gets dropped, and There's a 1-for-1 trade. Kova gets locked down in his corner, catches this grenade, and Tasty, or how did you call him?
Sorry?
Tasty?
Yep, Tasty.
Yeah, he had his secondary name. You invented one for him.
Oh, you're thinking about Toasty.
Yeah, okay. I mixed them up, alright. Sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Yeah, you sort of confused me in that one as well. I was thinking, what name did I invent for this person? And then
Tasty, Toasty, Mason. You're throwing in names.
Actually,
let's also
it's not
throw in
Mason.
names. Turtles, chairs, mice.
Steroids.
Steroids.
He hates us. He honestly hates us.
If he's not watching the stream right now.
Oh, he'll rewatch it, trust me. And then he'll roast me when I next see him on TeamSpeak. I know what Bulls is like. But anyway, though, speaking of Bulls, obviously, headed off towards this bottom A now. Chills alongside him, 35 seconds left in the clock here. Chills is going to go ahead and nade out, make sure no one is towards that triple box. Flash goes in from Chills as well, just completely making sure they clear out this area. And, you know, fair do that they do. I mean, fair play to them that they do.
Yeah, almost missed out that bomb plant.
Yeah.
Like, already 22 seconds on the clock as the bomb went down. And now they will be trying to backstab yet again.
Let's
and
see what
Mr.
happens.
will come around the front.
Yeah, Bulls is actually watching back though, but now he has to focus on Niza, and Niza will actually go ahead and pick off the double there. So nice try from Absolute, but that's another round now on the scoreboard, making things
9-7 overall.
9-7, and I wasn't actually expecting this.
No, neither did I.
Even though this is whose map pick was this? This was actually, I think this was actually Carnals' map choice.
Possibly.
Yeah. But let's see what happens. I mean, smoke is down in that wood there. Bulls though will get pushed out from Niza, who's actually playing in the bench there. Niza now probably going to make another play here as he's spotting off towards that wood. Will fire a couple of shots, but Absolute are actually already on the bottom A, actually already towards bottom A. And it looks like they do have half control of this bomb site, but where is the bomb? The bomb is not in the hands of Absolute at all. And sooner or later they will actually notice that. Niza though will actually pick off Chills there, but Bango finds himself a juicy 2k in that vents area. And let's see what Bango does here. I mean, Kova just spotting the bomb there, seeing if anyone has actually noticed they didn't have it, but it doesn't look like that was the case. So 3-on-3 situation here. SMR yeah, Choke of the Devil will get picked up by Jin. That Bango will find the pick onto Tasty as well. It's all up to Dicey, aka CN. 1-on-3 situation, possibly thinking it's B. I think he has a player right behind him. Yeah, well, right above him, should I say, which is Bango. Bango now about to drop out, but looks like Dice is actually going to head the completely opposite direction to him. Dice now watching the wrong side of the vents as Bango has actually already dropped out. So let's see what happens. Bango now does spot him eventually. Yep, there we go. Will actually pick him up there. So 9-8 here. 9-8 now.
Getting back on board.
Yeah, 9-8 here now on the scoreboard, guys. So one more round will put us into a tie, guys. Remember, and also keep in mind, Team Absolute did win the first map, guys. So if they win this one, they will be progressing to the semifinals, of course. And already we are seeing a bottom push here coming out of Kova. He will pick off the first one. Alvarado does trade him up, and Nice is there as well. And he picks off Jin. It looks like Chills now will actually be forced to fall back here. Chills, Bulls, and Bango here. Last 3 left alive for their team. Avrot will take a bit of damage there, but he picks off Bulls. It's all up to Chills and Bango now. 4v2 situation here. Bango now making his way towards the A bomb site. Chills in the meantime though is making towards making his way towards the A bomb site as well. Chills will go ahead and flash himself out there. Bango is towards that A bottom as well, sort of playing the half long range as well. Chills has the bomb in hand, but it doesn't look like ooh, this is actually very smart coming out of Team Carnals here. They're actually stacking this B bomb site, and in a sense though, this is actually really good because one, it's obviously forcing Team Absolute here to use the projectiles, but at the same time is obviously, you know, wasting time for them to clear out more sections and, you know, get the bomb and stuff and then get the bomb planted. I mean, right now Absolute looking to get a pick here, but obviously is not coming to them. So
I believe they just stacked in order to retake that altogether, because now they see they have like all the HP they need for doing it, and well, yeah, Chills finds himself the first now. There's the 1-for-1 trade of Tasty against Chills, and Mango is desperately waiting for help, but there's nobody near. And he will drop himself too, make it so unlucky. 1-to-1, and still, I mean, the Team Absolute are just keeping themselves at the verge of surviving in this match.
Indeed it is, but now I'm sort of happy because, I mean, Carnals just won that map, but we're going to be seeing Black Widow now. So we are going to be running into a tiebreaker here, guys. So let's go ahead and quickly switch the screen here. So tiebreaker now, guys, is going to be, of course, Black Widow. Again, MR9 system, as per usual. And let's see what is going to happen. We're just waiting for the players to ready up now. And we will be starting that one up very shortly. And we're actually going to have a knife round instead for this side. Actually, it should be Absolute that take this side, but it looks like a knife round has been called, and Absolute opting to take the terrorist side for the knife round, even though it makes no difference. But obviously knife round is, of course, played towards A long, for those of you who don't know. And we should be starting up very soon here, guys. You can.
That was
continue.
my part, yeah. I know. I'm just thinking of how I estimated the Legends to live up to the old glory, and obviously they won the first map 10-8, and the second one went in favor of the Team Carnals. And now it's all tied up, and well, now the Team Carnals gets a pretty good chance to win against a team made up of Legends. So we are writing history, if you will. I don't know how to put it better, because you know we tried to hype, and we also were looking to see upsets, and up until now it's basically where we stood before. That's where we are now. It's like fresh new beginning, and it all comes down to this deciding map. And I believe Dice needs to switch the sides, and then we are good to go.
Yep, just still waiting here for, as you mentioned, Dice, obviously, and
okay. I just looked across their ages, and speaking of ages, to sum up, the Team Absolute is like by 2 years on the average older than the Team Carnals.
Yeah.
And yet, with all the difference and all the experience they have from these years, yet the Team Carnals makes it absolutely, like, how do I say, not count at all. Like,
you mean in terms of the experience? Yeah.
Yeah, in terms of experience. I don't really know how to phrase it better, because, you know, like, potentially the older guys that aren't really like that old, that collected all the experience from internationals, suddenly see themselves in a tie.
I guess it works two ways, because like even though the age difference is like 2 years in terms of actual age difference,
Not just the age difference, but also in terms of tournament experience.
if we were to like break it down properly, I mean, in terms of international experience and like lands and everything, Absolute are by far the best, like in terms of that. But like if you do it in terms of like age rating and stuff, I don't really think it matters, because like even though say like Jin was 16 when he started the game, it doesn't matter, because like Blame started the same time as him, but he was 14. So like it doesn't.
But you saw all these younger players coming up much later than actually the players
that's
before.
true.
So
Yeah,
they entered the
so
top.
like the skill level of like how good they got initially, is the gap is a lot bigger.
I don't know why.
Yeah, the gap is a lot bigger. But like I feel like the younger players are now starting to really catch up to the top tiers.
Yeah, well, I think if you start as a good player in the past, then the competition isn't as huge, and then all of a sudden new players come in. This is what happened to me, because when I started, I used to play Counter-Strike 1.6 for quite some time. I think 2003 onwards till 2008. Then I switched to an MMORPG, and then I would decide to go back to FPS games as well.
Yeah.
As also like
We
I
just
also
got
started
someone randomly
RTS.
trashed our lobby.
Okay, nice.
Someone randomly just joined our room. I think we're gonna make it. Sorry to cut you off. But
Yeah.
I think we're gonna make a new room. He joined the room. But I don't know who this is, but DK Flapper, whatever your name is, he just joined the room, left, joined back again, said good luck, and then left again.
Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Now we will recreate because now.
Yeah, now we'll need a new
Yeah.
new lobby, obviously. But I'm just gonna go ahead and wait for everyone to leave here. But yeah, unfortunately, guys, sorry about the delays. But yeah, I mean, what were we talking about again?
We were talking about my past career in games.
Yeah.
I started playing 1.6 as my first competitive game, basically. Then I switched to an MMORPG. Then I went back to CN 1.6.
Which MMORPG did you switch to?
I played a game called Cabal Online. It was a lot about grinding, so
Okay.
there wasn't a big point. Like this wasn't an open sandbox type of game. It was like a more like you go into a realm and you just decide like a map you want to pick, and there were like 4 different maps, and they were like, you know, it was kind of a small game. It was a lot about grinding and doing your raids and that kind of stuff. So it was quite boring.
Yeah.
I played it for about a year, then I switched back to CS. It took me 4 hours to realize there's a lot of cheaters over there, and I just googled randomly a game like FPS game, and then boom, CrossFire popped up. And then this is how I came to playing CF, and the first map I played was Egypt. And I was like fragging like crazy. I saw 130 ping. I was like, well, okay,
it's actually funny though, because like when I first started CrossFire, I didn't know the differences in ping, because I started playing on alpha server for 2 years. I played on alpha server, and
I think they introduced the European service back in 2010, late 2010.
Yeah, I started in 2011.
So you were on the servers already.
Yeah, the servers were there, but I never played on them because I didn't know like I would get better ping on the UK servers, even though it said UK, because alpha was always full. So I always went to the server
full of Brazilians as well as Hispanics
and
probably.
Americans as
Americans,
well, of course. Yeah. So I believe I invited you to the room. Yeah,
sure.
There you are.
Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, like, I guess everyone has their history, of course.
Yeah.
In Crossfire, like in terms of how they started out and stuff.
And yeah, what I was aiming at was like we've been like so much above the average level with the very first successful team that was Exilium.
Mm-hmm.
Some of you might remember. And then all of a sudden some Romanian teams started catching up, and they invented some better strategies that outplayed us completely, and then that was the first time we started losing actually against, and everybody picked up on that, and they started like, you know, having some better strategies and everything. And well, yeah, that was the moment we disbanded, but it was for different reasons.
Alright, so here we go, guys. We're gonna start off with the knife round here to determine who plays on what side, of course, for this final tiebreaker map, Black Widow. So let's go ahead and get it started up here, guys. Let's see what happens here. We got Bulls on the screen here right now, obviously, but headed off towards the Ceylon here once again. Cova getting first pick. Nizer will trade up, obviously. Chills trades up now onto Tasty. Bulls slashes away, picks off Avarot here. Bango not looking for a pick, but Bulls will find him as well, and Bango will get the final one there. So Absolute winning that knife round as well. So they may possibly take the Blacklist side, obviously. Sorry, the Globalist side. And let's see what will happen. Ooh, they're actually going to take the Blacklist side? I was thinking they're going to take the Globalist side, but yep, they will take the Blacklist side.
Yep.
So, does this mean Absolute are favoring the aggression on this one? Are they feeling it?
I don't know. I don't really know, because I remember, like, I can't really remember any specific play with any of these guys. Like, I don't think there's so much specification about playing BL, neither like playing GR a different way. I don't know. This map is actually a lot random. because it's.
I think it's fairly sided in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
Like it's a fair map. It's really a fair map.
It is the most balanced map in CF, I believe.
Yeah, and again the most
Really
overplayed.
comes- yeah, maybe for that reason.
Yeah, so but anyway guys, let's go ahead and jump into the game here. We are Absolute opting to take the black side of things here guys, and remember this is the tiebreaker round as well, so let's see what happens on this one. And yeah, as I said, let's see what happens on this one. I mean, Avra already the first person to get picked off there from Jin. It looks to be Cova did take a bit of damage as well, though Chills does have the open hand still, and let's see what he can make do with that. I mean, SMR is playing towards this heaven area. Flashes are about to go in here, but SMR will get the first pick there, looking for a second, but Bulls will actually go ahead and pick him up there instead. Bulls now looking for possibly another kill here. Tasty seems to be rotating. Niza is already rotated as well, and Kova though instead will actually pick off Tasty here, but Chills though does pick off Dicey as he just tried to YOLO in there, but looks like it didn't work for him. Jin now in the window. Nisa actually missing his AWP shots here, and he will get flanked there from Cobra instead. So very nice try there from Nisa, but first round will go over to Team Absolute.
Well, they actually just made a couple of picks and then they decided to go for that B-bomb site, and that was just about it. As I said, you can't really play like such bad strategies in this map because like the distances are just really long, and the only thing you can do is make up your mind about the specific site you want to hit, and then just go for it. Like make a pick and then wait and maybe add one more pick, and then you can eventually plant a bomb against 3, because against 4 it's quite difficult, because you at every site you have at least a 2-way entrance, if not to say 3-way entrance, especially at A, where you have Cat, where you have from below, from the city base, a long, and maybe all the way around from the window and all that. So yeah, well, it's actually quite open up for any team. Indeed
it is, but Tasty here does get the trade up onto Bango, as Bango picked off SMR, and so Tasty though will go ahead and flash himself out, but doesn't spot anyone else there towards that catwalk. Chills in the meantime though is gonna flash catwalk here. Hopefully Tasty is actually fully flashed, but looks like no one is gonna go ahead and push up that catwalk anyway, so that flash is sort of ineffective and useless. But Dice though does find the pick onto Bulls here. Bulls was actually lurking towards B, and now here comes the execution coming out of Absolute. Flashes, Nate does go out here. Tasty though does find a double kill there, and Avra will go ahead and finish things up there as well. So tied up now here, 1-1.
Interestingly, they they didn't rotate from the very beginning. They waited a little time. Not quite sure how called that, like who called that and how they called it. They thought it's probably a fake.
Anyway though, running off into the B side here, we do have Kova who picks off the first one, and now Jindo will find himself a double, looking for the triple, will find the triple as well, spots Nizer as well in the B window here. Nizer looking to find it for the pistol play here, will pick off Bango with the Deagle, switching back towards the open now. Jin literally playing off on that little sidestep there. Jin looking for this kill here. Jin will put a couple of bullets into him, but Bulls will go ahead and finish him up there, and that's 2-1 now on the scoreboard for Team Absolute.
Yeah, I mean, yet again, a generic round. Like, I can't really call on any specific strategy, because like all they execute is just picks, and then afterwards they take it a little slower, and then they go aggressive again, and then they like. This is just, they are just trying to be pragmatic. This is what works out for them at the moment. Like 2-1 up are they, and well, let's see how they will outplay this round at hand. Seeing Jin got dropped by the beginning, they are now 1 man down, and nowadays attempting to get through Cat. Tasty will potentially fall victim to Chills. No, Chills doesn't quite succeed. Deploys a grenade at a long, because I think he heard a click from over there. Seeing Dice is helpless. Yeah, actually isn't really getting any let's say engagement over there. He probably should decide to go and help his teammates over at A. Everett is pretty much aggressive over there. He might find Kova. No, doesn't quite succeed just yet, as he will drop him finally. tries to find a connection. Bulls decides to back away since yeah, he was a little bit cautious going out against Everett, who is now sitting with 14 HP. Bulls still lingering around that area, will deploy a flash grenade as he will be trying to fake, I believe, and then retreat. Of course, Kova has reported that Everett is sitting there with 14, and yet he couldn't quite succeed. Yes, he does. Bulls drops himself Everett, and now A-Long is pretty much open. Chills will be on the assist with an AK, so now finally picking up a rifle, like not a sniper rifle, but a normal gun. And SMR replying back on towards Chills. So now Bo sees himself in a minority, 1 against 2, I believe, even though like the dots up there are showing me 3. Dice will try to go by Cat and squeeze him, I mean, Bulls in between SMR and him. Now finally Bulls getting that C4, and he will try to execute that plant, as Dice will get together with SMR, and both of them will be attempting to go through that window. And I believe Bulls still of the opinion another guy will be coming from Cat, and finally he gets dropped by SMR, adding yet another second round on the board of the CT. So make that a 2-2, all tied up again.
Yeah, 2-2 indeed it is, and let's see what Absolute can do on this one, I guess. I mean, Chills now headed off towards this B bomb site. Maybe this could be a B push here coming out of Absolute, and Dice though will actually find the pick there through the smoke actually onto Chills, and now I mean Dice there with the first entry pick as well, obviously, and Absolute now losing their sniper as well. So, but I mean they do have Cover and Jin who can obviously overtake with sniping
and
as well.
But
together. Yeah, but SMR though has a bit of heat towards him. I mean, looks like, yeah, there we go. Jin will actually pick him up here. SMR not expecting 2 players that towards that long, especially 2 of the most, you know, strongest teamers obviously in this team, Cover and Jin. So, but looks like that Bango will go ahead and pick off Nizer. Dice though does probably want to look for that. Trade there, sorry, I'm actually losing my words there, looking for that trade, but it looks like he won't actually find it at all, and will have to be we'll have to opt to fall back. But Bango now making his way off towards this B area, and actually no players are posted in this B bomb site. They actually posted outside this B bomb site. Tasty though will go ahead and rotate here. Tasty in the doors here, looking at a wall of smoke. Will get the headshot onto Bango here. Will find the second as well. Bulls is in the corner as well. Will get the multi-kill. It's all up to Kova now. 1-on-3 situation for him. A minute left on the clock here. Tasty going huge there. Avro will get gunned down there from Kova. Kova now looking for another pick. Dice could actually make it work there, but he won't actually opt to peek here. Dice, is he going to peek sometime soon? Yep, he is. Perfectly played there from Dice.
I love the way Tasty scooped those guys coming into B. Yeah. Like, he was click, 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 click.
Beautifully done there from Tasty, indeed it was. And that's going to put their team in the 1-round advantage here, 3-2. Chills are missing a lot of vote shots here onto this Nizer, but doesn't matter though, as Jin opened things up there with the frag onto Tasty. Avro though does go ahead and trade him up there towards this A-Long. SMR obviously also picked off Cover as well. And bomb now in the hands of Chills here. And Nizer though does find another pick actually onto Bango. It's all up to Chills and Bulls now. Avrot still playing out in the open, and Chills will go ahead and pick him up there. Chills, not quite sure if anyone else is left in barracks here, but he's probably going to go ahead and clear out sometime soon.
Well, now Chills picked up his... no, it's actually Bulls that pick up the AWP, which is quite unusual. I never really knew he's a good sniper.
I've actually seen Bulls snipe on occasions. He's not the most consistent sniper, but he's actually very good at getting random flick shots, and I've seen him do one flick shot which was like pretty nutty. But anyway though, let's see what they do at this time. I mean, Bulls and Chills both together headed off towards this A-Long, and they have plenty of time to work with actually on this one. I mean, a minute and 10 seconds left on the clock here, so very ample time here for them to make do with something. I mean, both CT players are obviously not focused towards this B bomb site here, and obviously Absolute don't know that at this point, but bomb will get planted there from Chills, and now Bulls though is going to be watching the ramp. Chills in the meantime just under the window there. Nizer is actually taking the undercat route there, will pick up Bulls. A beautiful shot from Nizer. all up to Chills now. He actually does hear the footsteps. Nade goes in here and he's gonna get 45 damage naded there. Very unfortunate for Chills and the bomb defuse will actually go over to Team Carnals. So 4-2 at this point here, 14 Carnals. And this is not really looking good for Absolute at all.
Not quite, but it's not such a huge gap. Just being 2 rounds down. Considering whose map pick was it anyway?
Well, this is the tiebreaker.
This is the tiebreaker, so nobody's alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then it's pretty much open.
Well, I mean, obviously, both teams, you know, have experience on this map, and
I think any team has experience on this map in a way.
every team, yeah. Because I mean, like, as we said, it's the most played map in this game. So
yeah.
So I mean, like, it's.
What I noticed from Absolute is that they either favor that cat or B. Like, they never really attempted to go through A long unless they executed the first pick, and then they just faked, and then they waited, and then they headed back and pick up, maybe like switch back to a normal rifle, not a sniper rifle, and then they decided to go for B. Like, they never really went through A long. This is all I could notice, and now they decide to do the same as they head towards that B bomb site. Kova drops it off the first and continues on with the second now, going on a streak right there. Now this retaking is coming in by Nicer as he sees himself at this window, drop by Kova. Kova adding yet a third kill on the round. So now Everett trades, SMR trades a kill with Kova and I mean with Chills, I'm sorry. I tapped out actually.
It's fine.
Yeah, now leaving it all up to Jin in the 1v2 situation.
Jin in a 1-on-2 situation here, 50 seconds left on the clock, and let's see what he can do here. I mean, will actually... What?
Well, BP.
Jin,
casual explanation.
Jin attempting to pick up SMR there, and SMR just flicks towards his head and picks him up there. Very unfortunate for Jin, as he didn't manage to pick things up there. But Kova whips out the open. Oh, Averot there! Accidentally clicked off the screen on him, but beautiful 3K coming out of Averot there. Perfectly done, and that's going to leave Bulls and Bango last 2 left alive here. They have Dice literally camping behind the doors here, and that is completely
flawless victory on that one.
Flawless and complete annihilation for Absolute on that one. And very unfortunate there for Team Absolute, but Averot though going huge in that round with that 3K and that shot through the box there onto Chills. Chills though, sorry, Bulls though will actually take a bit of damage here from Dice, but will actually go ahead and pick him up instead. So early advantage here going over to Team Absolute. Bulls still making his way towards the bomb site here, and well, Bango though will actually find a pick onto Nizer, and I think that was Chills actually who did get picked up and must have left. I'm not quite sure, but Flash goes in there. Avrot's gonna go ahead and push in here. There, Bulls literally right under the window. Avrot will go ahead and pick him up here. It's all up to SMR now as Jin as Jin picked him up here. SMR though does find the first pick there, does find the second as well through the flash, and SMR is gonna go ahead and pick him up there, and that's gonna make things now 6-3 guys on the scoreboard here, and things are not looking good for Absolute right now. Things are not looking good at all for Absolute right now. And yeah, I mean 6-3 here on the first half. I mean, not a way you really wanna finish off, you know.
I know. Well, it must be devastating. First going up 1 map, then losing the second, and now seeing yourself in a residue of 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Well, do you remember my call?
What was it?
I said Absolute will win.
Yeah, but like on the contrary, we also did say we could see an upset. So
yeah, that's true.
I mean, we sort of haven't wrote our death wish yet, so to speak.
I don't want to write Absolute off just now.
Yeah, that's true. Actually, I mean, I've seen Absolute
they want to end it up
worse.
quickly.
I've seen Absolute come back from much worse scenarios than this. So let's see what they will do in this one. They just quickly switch towards the thingy here. There we go. But already though, we do see a slight push here coming out of team Carnals here. Bulls already has the heat coming towards him. Jindo will pick off the first one. Bulls finds a pick as well, but Chill's now gonna trade up with the Deagle. SMR finds 2 of his own. Dice though will actually trade that one up as well. Kova and Bango, last 2 left alive. Smoke's going down. That 3-on-2 situation there. Bomb has just been picked up. Bango is just going to go ahead and fire a couple of bullets there. Niza has just been spotted there from Kova, but Kova is actually going to go ahead and fall back instead. Doesn't really want to take that battle from BC to B Bridge actually. And Kova now just outside this B box room, sorry, this B doors area, headed off towards the mid doors now. And SMR in the meantime though does have the bomb in hand, and he's just going to go ahead and watch base.
Well, they seem to be indecisive. Since they first decided to go for B, dropped themselves a couple of players, then they decided to rotate away, wait for a few grenades, and now eventually they decide to head back towards B. And now I want to see how they want to play it out, because they don't really have many grenades left. And whereas the CTs do, and now the bomb goes down and they decide to go into the windows, which is probably the safest spot right now.
But we do have Kova here in the doors. He's going to go ahead and push out. Bango is going to be the first one to go in. Sorry, Kova is going to be the first one to go in here. He knows they are playing off towards water here. Smoker will go down from Kova. Kova finds the pick there. Bango about to push in as well. And he gets the pick as well. And that's going to be a safe defuse for Team Absolute here. So Absolute now slightly bringing it back. I mean, 6-4
They
now.
must be swiping their foreheads now.
They must be, yeah, the butt clench and the sweat must be real today for Absolute. I mean, we see a lot of people in the chat saying, go Carnals, Carnals for China.
Yeah, a big upset right there.
Yeah, so...
I mean, there's so much potential in these young players. Because, like, facing up against the favorite team in this tournament by far, and going so huge against them, like, makes... it's very promising for the European community.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, obviously Absolute not having the best of times right now, but let's see if they can, you know, pull it back in the second half and possibly take it to a overtime or even a golden round if it comes to that. But Tasty, though, has actually already pushed up towards this A site here. And Bulls, though, just sitting off behind Train here. Bango taking damage in this catwalk there. SMR is going to go ahead and nade it, but actually fails it. Bulls still posted off behind Train here, watching his A window. And let's see what they do here. Tasty making his way, is going to get fully flash. Is Bulls going to peek from that one? Nope, not at all. Bulls not giving his position away at all in this one. And
so a pop flash comes out at Bango. Bango gets outflashed, and now they are attempting to get through, and he gets dropped by Everett. So a very, very well synchronized play right there by the team Carnals. And now they're looking to continue with the second. Nicer, I mean, he was like having a perfect angle. I'm not quite sure why he decided to back away from the barricades. And well, obviously they decide to go otherwise to that B bomb site, and they are pretty much executing the same strategy that Absolute Gaming used against them. So I think they are trying to kill them with the same weapon.
or kill him with the same stone. Yeah.
Or with the same stone.
Yeah, I understand the reference you're making.
Well,
yeah.
you know, it is about those, how do we call them?
Ooh, dice with the 2k there, and I'll leave you to think of the word as I just finish this one. Kova there will actually get picked up from Niza there, as Kova was in a bit of a predicament, but that's going to put things now actually 7-4 on the scoreboard.
It's
here,
about
guys.
these catchmasks that the Englishmen know.
There we go.
And the Europeans, they are always like, it's like, in Germany you say you are being dropped into cold water, and in England it's deep water, so this type of stuff, you know?
Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand what you're talking about. But anyway, though, Tasty towards the A side here. Kova will actually go ahead and put a little dink into him there, but not going to be of maximum effect, it looks like. So let's see what happens. I mean, Kova is going to go ahead and rush up towards this A here, up against 3 players.
Getting greedy on.
Yeah, up against 3 players there, and Tasty will go ahead and pick him up. Chills now needs to really make use of this AWP here, but Bango is going to go ahead and rotate towards this A window, and in the meantime the Tasty is going to go ahead and push up towards this A. Bango is going to go ahead and peek, is going to eat a couple of bullets as well, left on 68 HP. And Bango though will actually fall back. Chills in the meantime, still on this A bomb site, has a player right under him.
Misses
Tasty,
his flick.
yeah, Tasty misses every single shot, and then Tasty will actually eventually pick him up as well. Bango, no last one left alive, has a player right under him, which is SMR, picks him up, but Niza will actually trade that one up.
It's very action-packed towards this last third of the match.
Yep, 8-4 though on the scoreboard. 8-4 on the scoreboard, and this is where Absolute don't want to be right now.
So this is like not the last round, but the bad last round, if it comes hard for the team Absolute. And I don't know whether they were disbanded right after, but you know, as we speak, this team Carnals are just getting into that B bomb site easily, and now well, fully healthy team Absolute players, Chills, Bango, and Kova will be attempting to retake, maybe apply a few grenades, and there comes the flash. And for my taste, Kova should be a little bit more aggressive, closer to the doors, in order to take on Carnals as fast as possible. Now 2 flashes come in, and as they will commence. First frag comes in, and Everett replies back onto him. Tasty gets himself all of his own, and ATE Kova drops dice as Tasty will finish off the round. And there you go. This is now a match point.
Yep, indeed it is match point now for Team Carnals here. 9-4 on the scoreboard. This is pretty much the worst case scenario for Team Absolute right now. A huge upset this is for them right now. 9-4, down 5 rounds, and they're literally hanging in by a thread right now. But let's see what happens.
This pressure must be devastating right at this point.
Chills though will actually find the first pick down to Niza, and Dice in the meantime though is headed off towards that B area. Avra as well alongside Tasty there were both towards that A long, but they are going to fall back. SMR in the meantime though, just opposite Cat.
The Cardinals could literally smell this victory, and they decided to go for this passive play again.
Yeah.
And Chills just took advantage of it, and yet drops himself another player.
Indeed he does. So 2-round advantage though, but Bango though will find 2 players, and Kova finds a second as well. Kova finds his own as well, so good round there.
A 9-4. 5 overall, yes.
Yeah, 9-5 here now, guys, overall in this second half. And Cheers is actually going to go ahead and jump on top of this box here.
Let's bet 5. Okay, I just wanted to bet €5 whether or not he would get himself SMR. Because he had the perfect angle at him, and then he decided to back away.
Well, unfortunate timing there for Chills it was, but looks like Bulls is actually going to go ahead and take his position, or half his position, towards the back of site, also people refer to as China. And let's see what he does in this one. Niza still sniping off towards this A side here. SMR outside the B box room area along with Dice and Tasty. Avrot's going to go ahead and smoke up that middle there. Tasty in the meantime still towards this B bridge. Dice has the bomb in hand with his AK out. Chills is actually pretty close there as well. Chills unfortunately is going to get picked up there. Jin rotating towards the B doors. Balls is actually on the back of site. Bango is still in catwalk there. Bango spots one player drop towards mid. Jin is going to get picked up from that player. Bango will actually trade that one up eventually. Kova now making his way. Bulls is still towards backside here. Bulls can make a huge play. Bomb is going to get planted here, but Bulls is going to get dropped out from Dice. That this could be a... This is actually looking really bad now for Team Absolute. Kova though does get the Kobe, switches back towards him, picks off another one, which is Niza. It looks like Tasty's going to get picked up as well. As all up to SMR now. The tables have turned. 1-on-2 situation here. Kova now making his way. Kova picks him up. What a huge round for Team Absolute. That should not have happened, but it's 9-6 now. And Absolute still hanging in by a thread.
I think Kova just levitates a few centimeters above the ground. Because like he really needs to focus, and once he has it, like, he's absolutely in the zone. And this is what we just witnessed. Like, this is the moment when big players come to life. And yeah, I mean, he just revived himself basically.
Yeah, it's like he had the GA from League or something and survived on extra HP or something. But Avrot though now headed off towards this
Towards where?
Sorry, towards the A site. I was actually looking down at my notes, sorry for that. But yeah, Avrot though headed off towards this A site here. SMR though is gonna get picked off there from Bulls as they are attacking towards this mid though, but Dice will actually trade up onto Bango instead. Dice now should actually fall back. Chills is actually pretty close up towards B. Tasty though taking damage there. Kova though will actually pick off Avra. Jin though finally ends Tasty there. Jin though needs to head back up. Bolzo suppressing fire from under Catwalk as well. Jin will get picked off. Kova trades up though, but Niza gets a quick trade as well. And Niza just Chills right behind him. And Chills will go ahead and pick him up there. So 97.
Yep, 97.
97, Absolute slowly creeping up. 2 more rounds for Absolute there. Ooh, Niza almost landing that pick there to someone who crossed towards A. I think it was Kova, but I'm not quite sure. But anyway, though, Absolute slightly creeping back up from this now. And let's see what they do in this one. I mean, Dice headed over towards the catwalk right now. Niza is going to go ahead and smoke out that undercat. That SMR is going to go ahead and shift up towards this catwalk along with Dice as well. This is slightly dangerous from Dice.
Bango isn't flashed, but yet gets dropped.
Bango is going to get dropped indeed. And now Kova needs to hold this one. He lands the first headshot. Tasty is going to go ahead and trade him up instead though. Tasty now making his way off towards bomb side.
Looking very good at this point for the team Carnals.
Yeah, bomb is going to get planted here. Nice has been spotted. Chills is coming up as well. Chills doesn't manage to finish him up. Flash will go in. Where is Jin at this point? Jin is actually in the window right now. And he's going to go ahead peek off behind Train. Doesn't spot anyone. Spots Avra eventually. And now Bulls are going to go towards long. Chills coming up from Cat here. They need to make the play on this one. And Bulls is actually coming up from long here. Could make a play as well. Tasty playing off towards Cat. Chills is going to go ahead and pick him up. Jin finds one before Niza trades up. Bulls now coming up from A long as well. SMR should get spotted very shortly. SMR will find the first one. Can Bulls find the second? No! They're going to get out!
And that makes
Carnals the winners! 10-7!
Wow. Mate, this was
an upset.
Probably, yeah. First, it was an upset. Secondly, the Legends couldn't live up to the glory of the past, and I believe, well, they have to sign their defeat now, and all the players dropped out. So
sign the death certificate.
Yeah. Well,
the careers
now
are
we
done.
really have to look into for how long their team will actually survive. Maybe they just built the team just out of purpose of this tournament.
I think they did actually, but I'm not quite sure. But a huge upset for Absolute there, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, your winners is gonna be obviously Carnals.
Carnals
very unexpected. Very unexpected.
Well, I'm losing words. Like, I don't know. I'm looking now for my sheet with the tournament table. I can't find it. You grabbed it. Okay, cool.
Did I?
I don't know. It's gone.
No.
Okay, so anyway, we will be seeing. I believe we will be seeing ESC versus Carnals now.
I believe so.
Yeah, in the upper part of the tree. And
let me just quickly switch towards the bracket. Yeah. So next we will be seeing. Actually, we will be seeing Lundberg and NCS, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I believe so.
Yeah, yeah.
Lüneburg is a team made up of Weedy as well as Frax, the Nordic guys. And I'm looking for my sheet actually. I lost it. Yeah. So that's pretty much about it, guys. I'm not quite sure whether these guys are ready just yet. So we should probably take a small break about 5 to 10 minutes, around about maybe 15, because we also need to catch some breath. And we will be back shortly. In the meantime, please make sure to add us on Twitter and tweet at us, because we really want to know your opinion on this huge upset. Obviously, we were trying to keep track of the chat on Twitch, but we couldn't really keep up with that. Neither could Danny, because most of the people are writing in German. I could, but yeah, well, I saw a lot of people opening their eyes that big, because I mean, we saw Kova dropping huge frags, we saw Bulls dropping huge frags, we saw each of those players stepping up to what they actually are used to do. But in the end, the team play of Carnals was just on point, and it was perfect, and they always managed to find a perfect counterplay against Absolute in a way, and I don't know.
Yep. So but there we have it, guys. Carnals, your winners, defeating I would say defeating, but those last two maps sort of was like obliteration in my opinion. But then again, I
wouldn't call it obliteration. I would probably say
mistakes.
Well, sub base at some point in a few rounds.
Subbase was
it was cheesy.
yeah, I think Subbase was really back to back, and there was only 2 rounds difference. But then like I think on Black Widow, like Absolute just flopped in my opinion. I think they flopped, but they somehow managed to secure 7 rounds.
Yeah, it came out of their personal experience.
Yeah, but I mean, anyway though, guys, that's gonna pretty much wrap it up for that game now. So we're gonna go ahead and jump off into a quick break, ladies and gentlemen. And up next we have How do you say?
Lüneburg.
Lüneburg versus NCS.
You know where Lüneburg is located?
Somewhere in
It's
Germany.
below Hamburg. You know where Hamburg is?
Ah.
Like I'm really bad at like geography, but I will draw you a map of Germany. Like German map looks like so. And then it has this tip right here. So if Berlin is over there for you guys,
Yeah.
on the left hand side, on your right hand side, and Cologne is over here, then Hamburg will be over there, and right underneath there will be Lüneburg.
Right.
Or will it be?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think Lüneburg is a little bit lower. Like it's in between Hanover and Hamburg, somewhere there around.
Yeah, that I guess
this area.
that makes sense. But yeah, guys, feel free to go ahead and check out Google Maps or whatever if you're interested in
And tweet
Lüneburg.
my mistakes at me, please.
Yeah, and go ahead and tweet at Friday, which is Friday with 3 Y's and 118 at the end. And make sure you check out my Twitter as well, twitter.com/speakers with the Z at the end and an underscore following. On the subject of Twitter as well, make sure you check out WCA Europe.
Hashtag WCA 2015.
Yeah, make sure you use that hashtag WCA 2015, guys. So we will be back very shortly here, but we're gonna go ahead and take a quick break.
Yeah, and we will keep you posted.
Yep, and we shall keep you posted as to the next match, which is Lüneburg versus NCS.